What you mean you can't find my line?
Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is just going to be a fun at-home haircut. Disclaimer, I am not a professional barber, so take these tips at your own risk. Alright y'all, so this is my husband who's going to be allowing me to use him for my demonstration. Gotta add the cape because we're professional around here.
You ain't never come at him on camera before, so
I know, I'm so nervous right now.
y'all pray for me.
Like, I don't know, there's something about the camera that's got me a little anxious, and I'm like really scared like I'm gonna mess it up. Because I feel like I'm being recorded, and so now I have to like really be perfect. Before I'm just like chilling, just cutting his hair, but
You should be doing a good job. But now I'm scared, I'm sweating.
I always start with a guard that says 1.5. You'd rather like cut too long, and then later on you can lower it, rather than cutting too short and you can't fix that. So we're just I always start longer.
Around, get a bald head.
I always start longer, and then if it needs to be shorter, then I go in with a lower guard. And I'm gonna start with the guards fully opened. Like I said, just to see where we're at, and then if we gotta go shorter, we will go shorter. All right, so let's get started. Oh, they're not plugged in. Hold on. At the top, I'm gonna go with the grain of the hair, not against the grain, because that's gonna cut shorter, and then it's gonna mess with, you know, the waves.
Yeah, the waves.
You know,
Gotta have the waves.
You can't mess with the wave. You know, all this started when this pandemic hit.
Cause y'all don't understand. This girl been trying to cut my hair. I will not let her get close to my head. I said, no, baby, I'm going to the barbershop. I'm good. I will not let this girl cut my hair. During the pandemic, I'm just like, all right, just go ahead. I ain't gonna go nowhere anyways.
Yeah, I got to practice.
If y'all don't know me, I'm from New Orleans. So Katrina hit, so we had to leave. I went to North Carolina. I ain't find no barbershop, so I started cutting my hair by myself. I did the top, I even the top, so I even the side. I'm like, okay, I'm nice with it. Let me try to do the back. Hold on now. See what I'm talking about, y'all? See what I'm talking about?
No, these clippers dropped, and ever since they dropped,
And she
now
gonna get scared, and she gonna go, and then next thing you know, I'm gonna have a bald spot.
And right now I'm just making sure everything is just evened all out. Obviously I can tell that I'm gonna have to go shorter, but I prefer to take baby steps. And I know if I mess up his hair one time, he ain't gonna trust me again. So I always feel a lot of pressure.
My hair, we both gonna have the same haircut. I'm making my lips pop and shit.
I heard that, but So around the whole head is pretty much even. Now I'm going to close the clippers and go a little lower. Gentle approach, and I just gradually go lower and lower until it's the length that he wants.
But I'll never forget when my first year overseas, when I was itching for a haircut. My hair grew out crazy. One of my teammates came. He just came in the middle of the season. He was like, "Yeah, bro, I could do your hair." I'm like, "You cut hair?" This dude cut my hair so low, bro. I had a bald head.
He did.
Then he gonna cut my hair, then say, "Dang, bro. Well, I can't find your line there." I'm like, "What you mean you can't find my line?"
Alright, so now I am going to put the number 1 guard on with the clippers open. We're gonna go lower. And as time goes by, you start getting better and better. Because I remember I was taking pictures of when we first started, and I thought I was killing it, y'all. Like, I thought, man. And now when you go back and you look at those pictures and compared to how it looks now when I cut his hair, I was not killing it like I thought I would. But at that time, I was doing the bare minimum because he was really nervous.
Yeah, I'll let you do the simple. I said, just give me the square back. And I think I could fade it. No, you cannot fade this. I mean, I only get one haircut, so it's like pretty simple.
Yeah.
Only time I got like a different haircut was fall wetting. I try to let them see the curls, y'all. Try to, switch it up, let them see the Indian in me. Dude did a good job, but the only problem was the front line. He had me leaning a little bit. Y'all was at my wedding. I'm at my wedding like this. So it could be straight.
Okay, quit leaning. I'm trying to cut your
me
hair.
straight up. Hold on. If y'all look close, y'all could see like this real Indian. Like, I probably be mixed with something else. I just don't know about it.
I think so too. I think so.
You think
too.
so?
Yeah.
What you think? Like Indian and what?
And black. With some
White
extra
on
black.
Damn, you beat me up?
Okay, so here the audio messed up, so I'm going to be doing a voiceover. But here I'm just going to be doing what I call like a rough draft lining. I just quickly line all around his head. It helps me envision kind of where I want to begin the fade and what needs to be done with this haircut. And then later on, I will go in and really crispen up those lines.
Okay, y'all, this is where she lined me up a little bit, and she's gonna go back and tighten it up. That's just a little rough draft.
Okay, so with the fade, I am going to use the number 1 guard with the clippers open, and I am going to cut against the grain of the hair. So I'm going to cut up. This will give a shorter cut, and I cut all the way up to where I want the fade to end. Okay, now I'm going to use the same guard, just close the clippers, and I'm going to cut up about halfway what I've already cut, just to start that faded look. Now I'm going to go in with the half guard with the clippers open, cut at the bottom to give it an even more faded look. And now I'm just closing the clippers to cut even shorter at the bottom, just to give it even more of a fade. so in this area right here, I feel like it needs to be a little bit shorter, so I'm just taking the number 1 guard with the clippers open and cutting up. You'll see me cut down in a minute, and that is just because sometimes those hairs curl up, the longer hairs do, so I trim those down as they're sticking out to give it a more smoother finish. Okay, so these guards right here came with the liners that we have. I use these guards to trim down the sides, and that lays the hair flatter. And then I can go in with the liners and give it a really crisp lining by doing it this way. So you see that it trimmed down those hairs, and now you can see where you can go in and tighten up the lining. That's what I do. It's probably not the right way, but it makes sense to me, and it works for me at my at-home barbershop. Okay, now time for the front. As you see, it grows crazy and long. Jarvis does not wear a do-rag very often. He says it cuts off the circulation to his brain. So his hair grows crazy, especially the front. So I use my thumb and push down the hair and try to see where his lining is going to be at, and kind of get a vision on what hairs are safe to cut and what hairs are actually a part of his lining. Okay, so now that I kind of have an idea of what hairs are safe and what are not, I go in with the guard on the liners, and I just trim down those hairs to make them lay a little bit flatter, so I can crispen up the lining. Now here, I'm just going to use the number 1 guard with the clippers open, and I'm just going to very gently, very, very gently, not push into the hair or anything like that, just glide the clippers across and just cut any stragglers, any little pieces of hair that are sticking up and not really even with the whole head. Okay, so we brushed all that out. Now Jarvis will just put his do-rag on, and he'll put it on for a little bit. Once he takes it off, his hair is laying flatter, the front is flatter. I go in back with the liners, and I really crispen up the lining and put any finishing touches that need to be done. So he will do that, and we'll be back with the finished product. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. You can see the Indian in him now.
Y'all see? It's that Cherokee right there, y'all.
Yeah, but this is the finished look. Like I said, after you get everything evened out and you kind of got everything lined up, he goes in and he puts a do-rag on for a little bit, lets it sit, takes it off, and then any little hairs that are out of place, I can go in and clean up. But yeah, that's how we do our at-home haircuts. You know, you gotta improvise when you live overseas, and then you gotta improvise when you're in a pandemic too. So, do you like it?
I love it.
You feeling yourself?
Yeah, I'm feeling myself. How y'all girls be? Every angle.
Okay, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some laughs in. I hope this helped you if you were trying to figure out how to cut somebody's hair, you know. But I will see you in my next video. But I'm sure Jarvis will be joining me. Y'all gonna see me again. Jarvis will be joining me in some other videos. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up.